If you are new to VRChat and you are looking to get an avatar that really represents you, or if you have been in VRChat for a while and you want to create your own custom one, but you don't want to break the bank for it, then you came to the right place. Because there are a lot of different ways that you can create your own VRChat avatar completely for free. However, some can be a lot more complicated than others. So we are going to be breaking them down from the fastest and easiest methods to the more complicated and detailed possibilities like VRoid. So let's dive right into it. Starting off with Ready Player Me. If you want the absolute quickest way to get a custom VRChat avatar, then Ready Player Me can do exactly that. Just go to their website and you will directly be inside their avatar creation tool. Here, you can use an image of yourself or any other person, and it will automatically generate a character for you in just a couple of seconds, which is honestly a pretty cool feature to have for free. Or if you don't want to use a picture as reference, then you can click on create a random one or start making it completely from scratch. This goes from skin color to eyebrows and everything in between. And after you're done and happy with your results, you just have to press the next button and then click on continue without signing up, after which you will see the option to import it directly to VRChat. And much faster and easier is almost not possible. But that means that you can create an entire character without needing to install any software or creating an account directly from your computer. Now, while it is super fast, it does have some big limitations. Firstly, the character recreation from a picture can be pretty far of the original, but you can luckily tweak these afterwards as much as you want to make the resemblance a lot better. But the second limitation is that while Ready Player Me is completely free, it doesn't have as many options when it comes to customization, especially when you compare it to the other ways in this video. This becomes even more clear when you look at the clothing designs that they have within it, with most of them making you look like a Fortnite character. And on top of that, while these avatars can be used for Quest NPC, some users have experienced problems when it comes to the visibility inside VR in the past. But luckily, most of these problems should be fixed by now. Even so, recently they did add quite a lot of more features to the creation tool, like some new masks and glasses that do give the avatars some cool vibes. For example, you can select some new Nerf gear like headsets to even a plague doctor or whatever this is. So if you just want a basic and quick free VRChat avatar and none of the hassle, then you can still create a pretty decent one with this. But if you want a bit more customization, then there are some other options. The best example of this is VRoid. This option is quite a bit more complicated though, but it is still not as difficult as completely making it from scratch in Blender. And if you would actually pay someone to make a VRChat avatar for you, it is very likely that they will be using VRoid to make it. Now, to get this for yourself, you can simply download their software directly from their website or find it on Steam if you prefer that, but either way is fine. Once downloaded, you can open it up and you will see the option to either create a new one or start from one of the 3 sample models that they have provided. Either way, even if you click on the new one, you will still be provided with a simple avatar for you to customize, so don't worry about that. And once you've selected your choice, you will directly see the insane upgrade and possibilities for altering your personal avatar. This goes from the many different types of eyes to specifically selecting the color that you prefer. And from the beginning on, you will also have much more choices when it comes to optimization of your clothing and styles, even with the ones that are already pre-installed. But if you want to go even beyond that, then you can choose to click on Edit Textures. Here, you can have complete control of the asset that you want to change and remove and add things as you please. Now, while this is all free, you can choose to buy certain textures online that you can then add to your character as well. But this is not necessary at all, since you can also find a lot of cool textures online that are outside of the standard ones that are provided from VRoid, but then completely free. And another great feature is that you can test out the animations of VRChat before exporting it, letting you check if there are no clipping or glitches present in your project. But if you want an even more detailed step-by-step guide for VRoid, then let me know that in the comments below so that I can make that in the future. But while the learning curve is pretty damn big, the avatars that you can create with it are absolutely off the chart, especially if you like that anime type look. But that does mean that you should give yourself some time to learn the ins and outs of the program that might be quite overwhelming at first. But of course, another possibility for the real hardcore ones is to truly make your own VRChat avatar from scratch inside Blender. Now, Blender is a free open source 3D creation tool that you can use to create much more than just a VRChat avatar. But it is also a lot harder to use compared to anything else. And honestly, unless you already know how to use it, I would probably not recommend to make an avatar with it for the first time. But if you do know how to use it, then it is actually a really good skill to have, since you could then start to create avatars for other people in exchange for a nice compensation. Now sadly, there used to be a lot more options to create easy VRChat avatars with things like Taffy, but these have shut down their operation, which is kind of disappointed, especially when you look at how accessible they used to be. Of course, if you really want a high quality unique avatar that has some very specific criteria, but you don't want to put in the effort, then your best bet is to probably check Fiverr and get someone to make it for you. Just keep in mind that sometimes these prices can get pretty high, meaning that this option is far from free. And even if you do find a good deal, just make sure that they are legit and actually delivered some good results in the past, because you don't want to end up spending your hard-earned money on something that you are not happy with in the end. But overall, there are luckily still a lot of different ways for you to create your own unique VRChat avatar, from Ready Player Me to VRoid, or directly from within VRChat, and all of that without spending a single dime. But that's not all, because now that you have your own avatar, you will also need to know some awesome VRChat worlds to use them in. So click on the video that you see on screen right now to make sure you don't miss out. And of course, stay awesome.